Hey guys, welcome to another video in our Golang series. In this video, we are going to understand how to write if-else statement in Golang. I will also take you through some practical examples in this short video. At the end of this video, there is a challenge for you. I'm pretty sure you can solve that. Let's open our code editor and see some examples. Here you can see we have written a simple if statement. Here auth is a boolean variable and true is assigned to it. And here we are writing a simple if statement. If auth, then print hello user. So let's run this code and see the result. So here you can see the result has come. It is hello user since auth is equal to true. Let's make it false and see the result. So here the code is executed, but nothing has been printed, right? So pretty simple. Another option that we have in Golang, we can initialize this variable inside this if statement. We can write it on the first line. So here we can put a semicolon, and after that we can put this boolean value. Let's run this code and I'll make it true so that we can see the output. Okay, so this also works. Let's move to our second example. So in the second example, we are going to use one inbuilt package, that is strings. Please note it is not string, it is strings. So string is a keyword in Golang, however strings is a package. So we are importing the strings package here and we are going to use that in our second example. Let me uncomment this part. I have already written the code. I will explain what is written. So here you can see there is a variable hash which contains a random string here. Inside this string we have two substrings, what we can say two recognizable substrings, that is hello and go. The basic task is to find out whether hello and go are present inside this string or not. So in order to find hello string and also the string go, in hash string we are using this contents module of strings package. So here what it would do is, if it will try to search this string, the second string, in the first string, and if the second string is present in first string, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So same thing we are doing for the second string that we are having, that is go. So hash is the main string, we can tell this hello and go are the soft strings, okay. So the output is a boolean hello, either true otherwise false, and we are using these two output to write another if and else statement wherein we are checking if both hello and go are present in this hash or not. If both are present, then print contains hello and go. If any one of them is present, for example, if hello is present or go is present, we are using here or operator. So then print contains either hello or go. Ultimately, if both these conditions are not satisfied, then we are printing in else that contains neither hello nor go. Hope these lines are clear to you. Let's run this code and see the result. So here you can see this is corresponding to the first example. I will comment this part so that it will not be confusing. And here you can see it is printing contains hello and go. So it is finding both hello and go inside this hash. Let me modify the hash string a little bit so that it will not find hello, and let's run the code again. So here you can see the output is either hello or go, correct? And if I change the hash string again, putting a value here, let's say let it be 8. So here is the output. As you have expected this, we are getting contains neither hello nor go. So this is how we can use if else and otherwise if else if statement in Golang. Another thing I would like to demonstrate here, if I put one enter here and if I write else in a new line after this curly brace, then Golang will give you one error. So this is not allowed in Golang. So every time we are writing else statement or else if statement, that should be written after this curly brace. Okay. So next, let's move to our third example, which is a challenge for you guys. Let me comment this part. Also, we have to comment strings here. In Golang, as you know, if we have imported any package and if we are not using that package anywhere in our code, so it will throw an error. So to avoid that, I have commented this part. We are going to use this time package for our next example. So here is a small challenge for you guys. Please solve this challenge and let me know what is the answer in the comment section below. I will explain what is written in this code. So there are two variables here. One is t1, another is t2. Both are storing the present time. We are using this now method of time package, and that is stored in t1 and t2 at different lines of code. It is written on 85th line and it is written on 87th line. Okay. Later what we are doing is we are finding what is the value of t2 minus t1. So we are subtracting t1 from t2. So that we are doing in this way, t2 dot sub t1 dot nanoseconds. This means the subtraction value will be in nanoseconds. Then we are checking if this t2 minus t1 is exactly equal to 0, then print t1 is equal to t2. If they are different, then print t1 is not equal to t2. Pretty simple. Please let me know what is the answer for this code. So guys, that's all in this video. Please do watch subsequent videos in this series. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. Again, thanks for watching.